那个 King 咩啊？
今日傾 Burger King.
個
Yeah,
Burger King
Burger King. This was
Number 16.
when
Right.
I'm like showering. I was thinking this like
Shower thoughts?
yeah,
high
shower
thoughts.
thought, yeah, shower high thoughts. Like you know how a lot of our generation, it's like our next generation, they kind of don't
Oh,
want to like have children.
It's our generation.
Is it our generation? Is it
It
like
is our generation.
millennials that they don't want kids?
Yes. Actually, it's more broad than that. I think the study goes like, the more educated you are, the less kids you want. The less you want
Right,
kids.
right, right.
Yeah.
It's kind of like how like the modern day women they don't want to like rely on a man or something like that, right? Is that like on the
Uh,
same?
ooh.
not. I mean, I don't know.
Um,
I
yeah, I get
Anyway,
it,
anyway,
bro.
okay.
I get
don't
it,
know.
Anyway,
Like,
bro.
I
I get it,
went.
bro.
no. Anyway, okay, okay.
Are you sure you want to go
No,
there?
no, okay, okay.
You want to involve, you
I
want to
strayed from
involve gender.
my, I
You
strayed
want to
away
involve.
from my original topic. Anyway, so I was thinking like, oh, I've heard arguments where people say, oh, I don't want to bring a child in this like cruel world or whatever that we live in.
Yeah, I think that
So
was
is
the
it
actual claim.
yeah? So is it selfish of us to bring
Yeah.
children to this world, or
Damn.
the other side of the coin is that oh, because life is so beautiful, me not having a kid is selfish of me to not let my kid enjoy what I experience. So having a kid is selfless. Well, what do you think about that?
This is some Attack on Titan stuff. This is some
That
Attack
shit
on.
is deep.
Oh man, this is some philosophy here.
Yeah.
Damn.
What do you
Uh,
guys think?
I was not expected to go into this topic at all.
yeah,
Very interesting
Yeah.
though. Jesus.
my mental energy is very low today.
Yeah, dude.
Just,
I think we both were so
Yeah.
fucking tired to
just,
do this.
just crunched it up like 10
Let's
Dude,
levels.
this is what I
answer
think
some-
about when like I go to the shower. It's like, damn, am I selfish or selfless if I want a kid?
No, that's what
Okay,
you think.
in a sense, I think that question will boil down to, does the kid think that you'd rather be dead instead of like living? I don't know. I feel like the worst things you can experience in life feel better than just not existing, right?
Wait, say that again.
No.
Say that again. Say that again.
I think that like having the worst things happen to you in life is still better than not existing.
But
Like,
Oh.
It's all about perspective.
yeah,
Like, you
That
could,
depends where you are, where you spawn per se.
Where
mean,
you
like-
spawned.
okay, even like less privileged people could feel very happy.
True, true.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and
I mean,
even if
your environment calls for that,
and then
you know?
yeah, and like even if you're a very privileged kid, you could still be like, I want to be dead.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
So like, can't really like who's to say that even if you give everything to your kid that he's doesn't say like, I'd rather be dead, you know? So I think the act of having a kid is already selfish either way,
Uh-huh.
no matter what. And I don't think it's that big of a deal. Like, I mean, like, yeah.
All right. That's good.
I like.
But you
Let's just say like the creation of life requires you to be selfish already.
Right.
Like the creation of anything.
It's like out of your own desire.
Yeah.
No, I mean, um, it's hard because like imagine if you're bad and then you're born or spawn at a wrong place, wrong time, right? That's even worse, you know. Like some people, I'm pretty sure they rather not exist than to live. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Imagine all the fucked up things that are happening in this world, right? Like you get spawned and then you're like, I don't know, like 6-year-old, you get like molested by your parents, and then and then like 10, you start joining a gang, and then for 20 you become a pedophile, and then like 21 you decided to go and shoot up a school. Like I'm not sure if your argument is, like, I understand that I'm making some really extreme scenarios,
right.
right? But I'm pretty sure, like, okay, let's just say the world is 100%. I'm very sure there's like around 10% that rather not fucking live.
But
It
Jerry,
is.
maybe he's happy.
I'm not sure.
Maybe he's happy.
I mean, okay, I'm just
Maybe
saying, like,
maybe he would like to go shoot up a school.
Mm.
Or I
I'm
don't know,
just
like
saying, I'm very certain. Like, I don't know if any of my statistics are correct, but I'm very certain there are a good 10%, 5% that just simply do not want to live in this world.
Mm.
okay, for people who commit uninstall,
Mm.
like um
Okay.
I think like the fact that we say commit uninstalling is bad is the outcome of uh it's just a way of life, right? People think
Mm.
that living is better than being dead. Um but I mean, but who's to say, you know?
Mm.
For a
Mm.
person who wants to,
I
I
think
don't know, I
someone who takes the action of committing uninstall,
yeah.
um, I feel like that when they get to that point, they see that as the only way out of what this
Oh
their
yeah.
situation is, right? Because I don't think that that's like the first thought someone thinks of when they face hardship, and it is after trying multiple solutions, after going through all the options that they have they have at their exposure
Yeah,
Well,
disposal.
disposal, yeah, at their disposal, and that like it is the last thing. So I read a lot of stories where right before people commit uninstall, they actually set a lot of things in their life right. They're like, oh, I'm gonna visit my parents the last time, or I tell my friends, this, or like write a manifesto, right? They're like, oh, this is my final act, and this is not because I want to do this. It's because there's nothing else that I can do. So this is my goodbye, So and I feel like we can say, oh, morally it is wrong for them to take life so I guess at like a lower value than we always say that committing uninstall, it should not be the final answer, but for them maybe they're struggling through a lot of stuff that they really couldn't find help for. It's really unfortunate that they come to the conclusion that that is what needs to be done.
No, we got a friend that is pretty passionate about this topic, right? That he think that people that uninstall are cowards or they're weak or
Mm.
whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
I understand, like, there are people that think like that, but again, we have to understand that to a great extent we don't know how that person is feeling at all at that moment. Maybe like it really sucks to live for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna go into the medical and like part of that because you know how there are like terminally ill people that just don't want to exist no more
Mm-hmm.
because of the pain that they are going through. Let's just talk about societal and they just want to end themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like even that alone is that the pain that they are feeling is maybe so great that there's no solution to that. Like we may like if you argue like okay life will get better, right? Like that's the heaven there's a place for you, you know, like shit like that. Yes, maybe, but at that moment that pain may be already triumph whatever that they are going through. So this is very conflict. This is such a conflicted topic that I don't have an answer to. Like I
Mm-hmm.
don't understand how what that person is going through, nor what I can do to help. Like there are traumatic like stuff that could happen to that person that me saying I'll be there doesn't really help, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think yeah, Jerry's point is that what he means is uh like people probably see it like there could be another way, like if they could feel better. I mean, in the sense of like how they view the world or the perspective be better. They might not want to die actually. Like they do not want to like commit uninstall
Mm-hmm.
like otherwise. So I think that's the main argument for like why you shouldn't feel like it's literally an illness. Like it causes you to have bad thoughts, and you cycle in the loop where you would like repeat your bad thoughts in the sense that you don't feel like you're happy anymore. Um,
Mm.
yeah, it's a very complicated topic. Each person perceives the world in their own way.
Mm-hmm.
I think we just don't understand. We still don't understand the brain well enough to actually like treat
Solve that.
people in like a
Yeah.
very solid
Mm-hmm.
way.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, let's like, of course, depression is like a huge part of this topic, right? But like, just imagine an absolutely normal person. It might be just like a sudden thing that forces them to go into this path. It might not be depression. It might be like something that absolutely shocked them in one particular moment or something. It could be a very quick shift that made them decide to do this. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, I think the difference between people who commit uninstall through like depression and people who just had a streak of bad luck and that somehow their life spiraled out of control, those are like two different cases, right? And to speak on the people with depression, I've heard it being described as, oh, so we kind of mentioned like our baseline of like happiness or whatever um, in previous episodes, and that people with depression, their baseline of happiness is like comparatively lower than people who don't have depression. And like I feel like it just takes very little to happen to those people with a lower baseline to think that, oh, my life is ruined, my life is
Oh
over,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
right? And comparatively to, let's say, an average person, maybe that same event that happened to that person may not destroy their life, but for the depressed person, it completely ruins them. And it just takes one or two things to push them over
Yep.
the edge. So it is depressing.
One fun fact about that is like sometimes not even uh like your thoughts that would like make a person feel bad. You could wake up and like uh because your body doesn't feel well.
Mm.
You try to reason try to find a reason for it like through like, oh, why am I feeling this way? Must be this bad thing that happened to me.
Mm.
So it's not necessarily actually the bad things that are causing you to be like feel sad, but rather like other things that lead up to you thinking that it's these
Mm.
thoughts.
So
Yeah,
is that
I mean,
accumulatively?
that's why it's like it's
yeah, yeah,
actually a
yeah, for
chronic.
sure, for sure.
Like, it's actually a illness.
Mm. I guess to change the question a little bit, do you guys think it is better to never have lived or to live and experience like the worst thing? Like, maybe you have like you spawn really poorly and then you get abused or whatever. And so would you think in that situation, would it be better to never have been born and experience life at all?
Yeah, I think if I know what my story is gonna go, I
Mm.
guess I would rather not be born because I I don't know about you guys, but if you guys go actually pretty deep into the web, like there are some really fucked up shit out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
That that a
Yeah.
normal person would just simply cannot handle. Like there are still slave trades, there are like
Mm.
cartels, there are chu- I myself I watch a lot of like those pedophile hunts.
Mm.
Dude, there are so many fucked up
Wait,
people out
wait,
there.
is it the pedophile hunting for kids, or are you hunting for pedophiles?
No, no, hunting for pedophile. Like,
It's like a live stream of pedophiles hunting for kids.
I was actually watching a documentary on Pakistan, right?
Mm.
Like, whoa, fuck me, that shit was fucked up, bro.
Okay,
They have like kids on the street that are just
Jesus,
selling for
man.
sex.
Oh,
Like,
jeez.
Jesus, like I rather not be born, to be very honest.
Mm.
I don't care if you're pro-life or what. If I'm going to sell my butthole for a penny on the street, I rather not be born. Really, like really, actually, guys, like that's fucked up. Like even if you engage in those like effed up children stuff, like
Mm.
I rather not be born. Also, like either side, that's fucked up. I can't imagine you doing that to someone else.
Right, right.
It might be a culture thing. I don't know.
I mean, not even to the extreme of Jerry. Like, if you're born with like illness, or if you're
Oh
born with
yeah, 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 for sure.
Mm-hmm.
like a disability, it's already. But okay, like my motto in life is that nothing beats death. Like death is nothingness, and
Oh yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
nothingness is there's no good nor bad. You just don't exist. So I just feel like nothing can trump that. Like to not exist means that you don't even get to experience badness. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's worse than being like that's worse than worse. It's the worst of all, like
Right.
of all things. So I myself think that I mean of course it would definitely suck really suck if something bad happens. But like I don't know who's to say that my life is very good now.
Mm.
Or like yeah, you don't know. It's I mean you can always find someone that's worse than you in this world. That you can
For
always find
sure,
a
for
scenario
sure.
that's like yeah, so like who's to say that maybe when you die you do go to a way better place. Who
Mm.
knows? Like maybe I'm suffering right now. It's all relative. So
That's
like
true.
you can't
That's true.
really you can't really like can't really compare it like that.
Right.
So yeah, I'd rather experience whatever I've got to experience.
I think I'm on the same page as well. I think it is, even though like because it's RNG, right? I don't know if my life is gonna be good. Like, but if someone told me, oh, okay, this is gonna be your life, you're gonna be sold to like you're gonna be a slave or whatever. I think I would still kind of I would be like, oh, okay, this is my life, and kind of accept it, and rather not exist, because in order to kind of experience like happiness or like highs of my life, I have to experience lows, right? Um, and I feel like there is beauty in like sadness, and I think that
Damn, that's
if we
deep.
cannot if we cannot experience that, we cannot experience what is happiness. So in cases like unfortunate cases where like you describe the extremes, those okay, maybe probably them living, they would not have like a shred of happiness in their life. But I think if there is a God, and then she's like, hey, there's gonna be RNG in this, you want to try, or like you don't want to play this at all, I'll probably try it.
Yeah, I would probably play it too. But if your example of you know what's coming and you still want to go into it, I'm not sure.
Mm-mm.
Like if you tell me my RNG is you're gonna be a Jewish in World War II, probably not the best Bond.
Jerry just holds my opinion of buying the lottery. It's like you're not gonna win. People still do it.
Yeah,
People
people still
Yeah,
do
it's
it,
true.
right? But I mean, that's the thing. Like if you're told your odds,
Mm-mm.
uh
I don't know
okay.
actually.
I
I
mean,
really don't know.
if I have a second to second like book of like what's gonna happen in my life, and then like it tells me like
That's not
99%
gonna
of
be
the time,
fun too.
ninety
Yeah.
nine
Yeah.
percent of the time it's shit. Then I don't know. I probably have another like I'll probably think about it again.
Yeah, go to the
No, no.
Like
next gacha machine.
yeah, but like
If God tell you, hey,
yeah,
there are gonna be downs, there are gonna be ups,
then
mostly
hell
down,
yeah.
but at
Huh?
the end you'll be all right, child. Like if that's
There
the
you
scenario
go.
behind,
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
That
gonna be
means
so fucking depressed, but I'm gonna be fine. You know,
well
yeah,
if that's the scenario,
that child
I'm
in
down.
Pakistan probably gonna cure cancer
Yeah,
later or something.
right. Maybe
yeah,
Yeah.
he be selling his butthole for like 10 years and turns out to be fine afterwards. If that's
Yeah.
the case, then yeah, I mean
yeah,
he's fine
yeah.
and he's happy. You know, if
Right.
that's the scenario, maybe.
Yeah, and I think that like after you go through hardness, right? That is like the reward you get, because everything else would not be as hard, right? I guess it's
this
kind
this
of
this discussion right here is whether or not you can go through the hardness.
Right.
So let's
Yeah.
let's think of it. Like if there is someone tell me, oh, life is gonna be all right.
Uh-huh.
Like you might not be the richest person in this world. You might not be the most like whatever person in this world, but you're gonna live a happy life. Like that's fine. I'm happy. I'm happy. You know, that's what it matters.
I
You
mean,
being
like,
happy. You know.
the best thing about this is you can always like not play the game if you want to, right? Like you can always like just commit uninstall if you want to.
Yeah.
So there's always that option, you know.
Right,
But like
but right, like
like you
I don't
know,
know.
how about we
Not
play it till the
recommended.
end
Not
naturally? How
recommended,
about
by
just
the way.
naturally? Just let it end naturally, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah. See the game through. You know,
Uh,
you never know. You know,
uh,
if
I,
you if you
you know,
FF too early, you know, you can't enjoy the good times.
yeah. How about he even how about God gets even more troll and be like, okay, you're gonna live like a very normal 20 years of your life, but then one day you're just suddenly gonna get killed, you know?
Oh, I
Dude,
was gonna
yeah.
say that God
Yeah.
could have like special events for you, right?
Special.
Like,
No, like,
you could go out and be like 100 days crocodile and get a car
Yeah,
crash, like
true.
high
oh
key.
yeah,
That's
you
true.
know, like,
Like
well, I'm
legit,
gonna tell you
legit, you
guys
can be so happy and then you just die. Like
I'm gonna tell you guys a
shit like that
story.
happens.
I'll tell you guys a story. Like
Alright.
I just heard it from like some of my friends. It's not really a close friend of mine, but like so I was scrolling down IG and I just saw some like a post of being like, oh, I'm this guy's brother. This guy got killed and blah 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 date. This is his funeral. And I was like, oh damn, what happened? And then I go ask some of my other friends. Apparently, the guy was like dropping acid with another person
Mm.
uh, and his girlfriend. The girlfriend and the boyfriend like went into the room for a while, and then the next thing they know, like the guy dropped out of the balcony, and then he just died.
That's not
Yeah,
good. Is
Jesus.
that
yeah,
Jason Tong that sent
while
you the message?
tripping acid and stuff. It's crazy. Like they were just thinking of having a good time that night, and then one of the
Jeez.
friends died, and now the guy that tripped acid with him like don't talk to like all the friends anymore. Uh, they went to court and everything.
Mm.
Proven to be not guilty, but you know, imagine living with that in your life.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Fuck that.
Yeah, like yeah,
that's fucked. Very
fucked,
fucked.
fucked. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty
That's
crazy.
why
Like you
that's
never
why
know.
I prepared the mentality that Dustin's gonna die any day. And I
Oh,
wouldn't
for
be
sure.
surprised, like, oh, he's dead? Oh, finally.
Yeah, I do prepare that every single
Yeah,
day.
I did. That's very fair. That's a very fair assumption, actually.
I already got my funeral speech ready for him. Like
Oh, jeez.
I'm like, yeah, I'm like, this guy YOLO'd and he literally YOLO'd.
I
Rest in
feel like
peace.
May he live
Rest in peace,
long.
dog.
he lived a relatively happy life. Amen.
No, he lived every second of his life happy until the end.
True.
Yeah,
YOLO.
I mean, at least he tried everything.
that's probably how Dustin's gonna live. Like he's gonna live every single second. That's Jerry. He's gonna live every single life of his, as yeah, every single second of his life happy. But like,
Well, I mean, with all the drugs in the system, I'm pretty sure he's really happy most of the time. Well, I
yeah,
mean, yeah, yeah, I don't know.
Well, I think we covered the topic pretty well. So
Did we?
yeah, like so. Would you think? Okay, at the
We
end,
don't have an answer.
yeah, I guess being selfish or selfless by having a child doesn't really matter because it's your life and you can do whatever you want. Well, thank you for coming out this week, listening to us ramble on. I guess, yeah. And remember to like, share, subscribe. Leave a comment down if there's anything you want to say. And yeah, make sure to do what I say. Be a good boy and go to sleep early.
Don't forget to subscribe.
All right. See you
Bye.
guys next week. Bye.
uh,